Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about getting started in different markets. So one of the things we constantly say on this channel is that everything is market to market and case by case, and what applies to me in my market may not apply to you. Now, during a live stream that I conducted with Budsoda last Tuesday, we actually talked pretty deeply about that. So much so that we kind of got into some wild topics. And you know what? I'm glad that there was so much involved in the conversation here, because we went pretty deep into not only the concept of getting started as a gig worker, but getting started in various different locations and how that impacts your earnings. And that is such a vital aspect to understand. So with that said, we are talking about everything that is being said in this clip during the live stream, how it actually is as gig workers and those who were interacting with the channel during that live stream, and everything in between. But before we do that, let's go over a quick disclaimer. The content of this video does not contain, is never intended to be, legal, business, financial, tax, or health advice of any kind. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It is advised that you conduct your own research and consult qualified professionals before applying anything you find online. And as it's already clear everything that we're going to be going over is very market dependent, and what applies to me in my market may not apply to you. So with that said, let's get started.
In my idea, if you are new to this and Doordash is, say, one of your first platforms, I do recommend staying the hybrid model versus just going and quitting your job and being just on these on-demand apps, because especially in the afternoon, it's pretty slow.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm glad you brought that up. I believe, and this is my opinion, you're like, this is not professional advice. It's not anything like that. Again, we made the disclaimer. I believe 9 times out of 10, we got in at the peakest of peak seasons. If I were to get started brand new today and I didn't know whether or not I would like this kind of work, you really do have to be built differently in order to full-time this. So if you identify yourself as being that kind of built differently, and you have a fairly active market, being you're on multiple other apps, you are very well diversified, and you are not on just DoorDash, then maybe I'd say, okay, full timing you could do, but only until you develop a solid exit strategy to where you're not super dependent on any of these apps. If you are not in that position yet, have a consistent income and then expand into DoorDash when you are ready to. Like, yes, I agree that the gig economy is an income bridge, what would be a long-term goal. But if you can't maintain a certain motivation to be a full-time gig worker, then you don't have the motivation to run your own business. That's just reality.
Yeah, let's see, Lisa said Uber was her first, but she did a hybrid before she went full time when uh she lost her job, and she's like, you know what, I'll just dive into it. And then the catering apps came in, and she does very well for herself now. So she's like a shining example of what you can do and be successful. And because she used to struggle, like she got into the game like I think 2022 she went full time, which is like really it was almost too late kind of thing. But deliver that came in her market, and it really rocketed her up, especially deliver that with the Wegman stuff. Um, that's just market case right there. Is like if she didn't have, I don't have Wegmans, for example. Like if she didn't have Wegmans, it would probably be very difficult for her to do this full time, because between Spark, DoorDash, Uber Eats, it's the volume's not there for the most part. I got fortunate the other day. I did go down to our market and grab one. Because I'm back up here and Deliver's not in my local market, only food fetched. And I had to give one up this morning because my SUV broke down. And she sent me one while I was taking a nap earlier. I missed it. So someone else must have got it. It's it is what it is. And I hope to get some more here. So yeah. Donation
Wiser
help there,
than
guys.
most. Thank you for joining us. I keep getting Women coming to the door naked in the suburbs. Okay.
Yeah, men and women do that. I don't know how many times people just feel super comfortable, even though it's leave it door. They come in their underwear, bathrobe completely open. It's like, really? Especially if you're in a bathroom, at least tie it up quick. It takes 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm. So funny. Been doing gig work full time since 2022. I don't do much DoorDash since it gotten bad since Top Dasher. When I've been doing full time since 2018 too. I got into the gig economy in 2018 with DoorDash starting, and that was
Yep.
like one of the best time. That was one of the best times going into even better times, at least in my opinion,
Yeah, same. Like,
because
there's a lot of order and pays, and the least they pay is $9. I remember that, like
Mhm.
Wendy's and Popeyes, things like that. And now it's not that easy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
ever since like post pandemic and people are starting to get out more and the apps are
yeah.
like being
There's
ridiculous in the way they're operating, it's not the
there's
same.
supposed mileage pay, but I saw one the other day. It was 10.1 mile no tip 205. So it's like 5 cents miles paid for 10 miles. Really, guys?
Mhm. Them suburbs be wild. I guess so. Thank you for joining us, The World Above. Hey
Yeah, thank you.
guys. Hey guys, LOL. Yeah, this is some wild stuff. I'm so I'm so glad that this is like such a family friendly live stream. Clearly, thank you for joining us, G Cart. And it is wild. No, first off, it's not wild. It's wild with a Y. You misspelled it. Duh. And Judah Barak, thank you for joining us. You guys are lucky. I get nothing but Karens. It's market to market, man. Some
Yeah,
markets you get
are
really
very Karen heavy. So, like, let's say this market I'm currently in, Fort Drum. If you went to, like, I don't know what it is about General Enlisted that seem to attract the Karen wife mentality, but there's a
Mhm.
lot of Karen wives. Love my military, don't get me wrong. I'm thankful for the opportunities I get, but it's like they're the ones who will give you the most problems. Versus if I go to like the officer side, like their housing, I get almost no issues. Like, it's very rare you get an issue up there, and they're usually pretty chill. And then they post tip you half the time, or Christmas time they'll hand you a 20. You know, it's like it's great.
Exactly. Exactly. Mr. Overtime Wayne, thank you for joining us. I never go to go to the hood. I love the burbs.
I've been
Uh,
to the hood. I've been to East Syracuse at night. I've been to Utica at night. It can be pretty sketch. I had the McDonald's, which were fine
yeah.
the previous night, and I went out the next night in a row because I stayed at my sister's because she lives in Rome, the Twin
Mhm.
Cities there, and like I thought I was gonna get shot because this McDonald's didn't want to make the food. I know they wanted me to cancel the order, and I was like, no, I dug my heels in. I'm like, my completion rate was down to 96. I needed to get it up,
Yeah.
and I can't falsely report closed or try to get support to call and cancel it because they got all these automatic triggers now that, oh, you were the issue. You didn't try hard enough to get the food. It's like,
Like
yeah,
it's
I'm doing this
our
for one
fault
or
that
two
you
dollar
didn't
tips,
want to do
guys.
your
Thanks.
job.
Risking getting shot in the hood for like
Exactly.
he freaked out because I was taking a picture because he came up to me because he'd been waiting an hour and a half for his food, and I felt bad. Like, and I'm like, hey, I'm like, the app just yells at me when I don't take photos, which it does. So he kind of chilled out after that. So it's like, because he was reaching his waist. It's like, I had to play it cool.
Exactly. I ain't going G to the bad parts either. I feel like again, this goes right back to market. I stay as far away from like the questionable areas that I can get. The problem is my area specifically, if anybody knows Pompano Beach, Florida, you could be in a really nice area, cross the street, and it's a crack house. Like it's that kind of
Check it out.
peppered in with everything. Like there's some
I think
really nice neighborhoods with upscale money, but then there's some very poor neighborhoods, and they're all like right next to each other. Like it's Swiss cheese. Like they're all over
St.
the
Louis is the
place.
worst for that. I know that if Tim's here gig wise.
Yeah.
I had let's say Watertown's not so bad. There's bad parts, don't get me wrong. I almost did get, you know, stick, in the gut there once, to put it
Mhm.
quickly. And I already said the bad word. I said shot earlier, but whatever. I didn't say the
Oh
G word.
well, let them
And
cry about it.
hopefully we don't get demonetized here.
Hey, I'm the only one
And
worried about that. You got your little overhead thing on.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
welcome.
You guys want to donate and you guys want to catch up on our past live streams, hit up Budsoda stories, get my watch hours up, get my subscriptions, hit that thumbs up, get me in the algorithm. And if you want to donate, let's catch up there. Um,
Yeah, we got a
but
lot of
anyway,
we got a lot of
yeah,
people that don't typically make it for the live streams, and I'm kind of excited about that.
yeah. I appreciate that. There's so many people here tonight. That's awesome. I thought the driver live stream would get some more interaction. Like, so we're just kind of telling battle stories here.
Yeah, yeah,
Utica
it
was
turns
very rough. Watertown's hit or miss. I mean, I had to pull a shiny out of my pocket, not a pew pew,
yeah.
and kind of flash it, and they ran off. And I told the person I was delivering to, this is just before weed got legalized, and you could smell it. They're
Did
like,
we
"Oh, don't
get
worry, you won't be
legalized?
bothered anymore," because they want people delivering their food at night.
If you guys also want to be part of the conversation and maybe even be featured in some of the videos that we have here, make sure you join us for the live streams at Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hold them just before my regular posting, so make sure you guys are online for that. We go into some pretty heavy and deep topics. And if you're still looking to be part of the conversation but can't make the Tuesday night live stream, make sure you join the Driven Wyld Discord server, where gig workers expand their knowledge and expertise in their self-employment and entrepreneurial journeys. We've partnered with high-level professionals to bring you some of the most exclusive benefits based on your personal needs as a gig worker. Exclusive professional opportunities at gig postings, live streams with high-level professionals in our industry, and educational systems to help you build your own delivery service provider, as well as other scalable opportunities. Speaking of, we do also have the Build Your Own Delivery Service Provider course, and we are changing the game and transforming how businesses serve customers and how gig workers get greater opportunities with you. So whether you're a gig worker looking for more opportunities to earn or an exit strategy, because the gig economy is an income bridge to what would be a long-term goal and not the goal, and you would like to see something with growth potential and scalability, there is something here for you. Check the link in the description to get started making the most amount of money in the least amount of time and in the safest possible way. We are excited and looking forward to helping you secure your financial future. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.